Hello, welcome back from the lunch. I started a recording. That's why I made a weird. So the problem is that... Yeah, so it looked like this before. The problem is... Like, it will generate a declaration of this, right? So it will generate something like, virtual on power up activate. So... Excuse me. So we'll generate something like this. However, Unreal will actually... If you can read this, you suck. Thomas, you fucking take that back, you fucking piece of shit. The problem is that... or the thing is that Unreal won't generate this if you've already defined it yourself or declared it yourself. So if you declared it like this yourself, then it won't generate this function. And the problem is, you had this in the comment, and I think it just does a search of your header file to see if it can find this. And that's how it like sort of decides if you've already declared it or not. So it was saying like, oh, you've declared it, because clearly on power activate underscore implementation is there. So it has to be declared, but it's just in a comment. So that's why it broke. So you just remove that comment and then it works.
Don't tell me that.
dumb.
Don't tell me that
Dumb.
comments can fuck things up now.
Well,
That's
no
just
way.
retarded.
I've never heard that
What
before, yes.
fun.
But that's really stupid, yes. It's amazingly stupid.
But didn't you guys try removing the comment earlier?
Now we moved it around, but we didn't remove it. But I didn't know about that.
But
so
like, still, the thing with comments is that they call the program ignores them. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, deal with it. Wait, hold on. Oh,
Yeah,
oops.
we will now. We will never comment our code from now on.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good practice.
Great.
I fucked up so bad. Hold on.
I'll only use Pragma regions. Or maybe they won't work either.
Need this. Bum, bum,
Solution
bum,
is
bum.
clear. Change to Unity again.
Yeah, that's... I should submit like something to get that fixed. Alright. Well, with that out of the way, that's stupid, so let's just continue. Yeah, you just don't comment code, exactly, it's easy.
Can we take a quick look at raise power up boost?
Yes, hold on, I just need to fix the... everything that I did to test. Fucking god.
Can we look at raise power boost.h?
1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry, what did you want to look at?
Raise power boost CPP and h.
There it is. And there we are.
I think I'm having an aneurysm. What?
Oh no, call the police. What's up?
Yeah, that's weird. I have put float the boost time in raise power boost.h, and it for some reason calls boost time undeclared that it has an undeclared. What?
Let's look at it. "911. What? You're being murdered? That's illegal. You can't do that."
It's probably something very stupid, but my brain has turned it to mush.
Yeah, you put that in the base class in the you raise power up.
Oh, right.
Or yeah, I think actually you just rename that function, like the function there on the left, where it says should deactivate the implementation. I think you meant to write you raise power up boosts : should deactivate in the CPP file.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's dumb.
At least it wasn't a comment this time.
Yeah, at least, of all things, why was it a comment? Right. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no
Must have
problem.
been very stupid to debug.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking we'll do the last fixes, and then I'll do some mentoring, just general, so I can look at people's problems and help people out, and then we'll see how much time we have left. It's gonna be a slow Monday. So, right, so we have the bugs. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. Oh god. There's gonna be like a ML cringe compilation on on YouTube soon, I swear. But there's also gonna be like a top 10 hype moments from ML's lectures. It's gonna be the times where I PogChamp the code. Silence. Okay, let's let's just go. God. Okay, so so we have the problem right that you can boost multiple times. So let's fix that first. So the way I'm gonna do that, this one's quite easy, honestly. In race car, where we do the activate here, handle activate power up, I'm just gonna check if to make sure the power up hasn't already been activated. So you can't activate it if the power up is already activated. So now, if I'm activating the power up, so it doesn't matter how many times I spam space, it doesn't activate again until it has deactivated. So once it deactivates, then I can activate it again, but if it's already activated, I can't do it twice. So that's good. God, the steering is just so janky. Cool. Riskinskrat enjoyers in the chat, dude. I fucking love Riskinskrat. I love squishing out that fucking like the curve you get with the Riskinskrat in it. I just love fucking squeezing that shit. Right, so we have that. And now we want to do, so once I've used the boost, right? Once I've used the boost, then we're not supposed to be using it again. Like, it's a one time only. We're not supposed to be able to use the power up as many times as we want. So I'm just gonna do, once it deactivates, I will just set power up to be null pointer.
Question.
Yes.
Couldn't we also, like, in handle activate power up, maybe we could also like remove the be power up activated check in the if statement and just make the power up null pointer after we have run the activated.
But then how would we call tick active?
Oh yeah, true.
But
True.
otherwise, good idea. If it wasn't for that one thing. So now if I hit space, I power up with the boost, and then once it fades out, then I can't boost anymore. And you can see on the top left the text disappeared. So let me do that again. So I boost, and then it goes away. I boost, and it goes away. I boost, and it goes away. So let's actually color code that a little bit, just so we can see kind of what's going on. So I'm gonna select a color based on if we are activated or not. So I'll do message color, and that's gonna be equal to EB power up activated, and I'll select green for activated and red for not activated. And then when we're printing the color, I'll use that. So now the little text in the upper right left corner will be colored based on if we have activated the thing or not. Manna grinsgröt is so disgusting. It's disgusting. And topping is obviously it's milk and canel and syrup. Alright, now so if I hit space, you can see it goes green and then it disappears. So it's red, I boost, turns green, disappears. Awesome. Turns green. Oh, well, there we had a bug. So yeah, so let's fix the last issue then, which is I don't want to be able to pick these up if I already have a power-up equipped. So I will make just a bool here has equipped power-up. And let's return power-up. It doesn't strictly need to make that a function, but why not? So you have a function here, has equipped power-up, which returns if we have a power-up equipped or not. So then, in the race... Here. In the race power-up pickup, I will check before we equip it, I will check if not car has equipped power-up. How many weeks are left of Unreal? Is it 1 week? Oh, I'm gonna check calendar actually.
Can you show the code again?
No.
Okay, sorry.
1 second, I'm just gonna check. Lecture. What? Why did I move this?
I think it should be this week and 2 more weeks, but I'm
yeah,
not
it
certain.
should be 2 more weeks, right? Okay, well, whatever. I'll look it up later. Doesn't matter. Okay, here's the code. Ba 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 ba.
But now when you have destroy outside the if, shouldn't the destroy also be inside the if?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
What is this has equipped power up thing?
Is
It's a
that how it
function.
works in?
It's a function we defined in our...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't the pickups get destroyed in Mario Kart if you have something already?
I don't remember, but let's say they don't. So now I pick up a power-up, and if I have one equipped and I run over a power-up, then nothing happens. So I can only pick up a new power-up when I actually have, you know, nothing equipped. So I can use my boost, and now I can pick up a new power-up. Boost! Oh no, I have to go back. Boost! Yeah, okay, cool. So, so that's cool. That's neat. So let's get everyone up to speed. So I'll do some general taking questions and helping people out. And if there's no more questions, then let's see if we can do a Koopa shell. Plus 10 serotonin. I like that. So who needs help? Really?
Nobody's stepping up to the plate.
No one? Alright. In that case, we can do
I have like a billion bugs, so I don't want to take up everyone's time. So
well, I added this time just for you, you know?
yeah, I have like a million bugs, so it's gonna take up like the rest of the
Okay, you know what?
lesson.
Let's do this then. Let's take it after then. So let's do let's continue the lesson and then we can talk after. And I can help you out.
Yeah, that's better, I think.
Yep. All right. Right. So if no one else needs help, then let's make a Koopa shell. Or something. I don't know, what should we call it? Should we call it Koopa shell?
Koopa shell.
Yeah,
For
let's
copyright
just-
reasons.
Let's make it a flat cylinder so we don't get copyright
Oh
strike
yeah,
by
that's
ninjas.
true actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's call it yeah, let's call it Poopa shell. Yeah, sure, let's do it. That's funny. It's hilarious. So I'll head up in the power up. I'll make a race Poopa shell power up. Oh, whoops, not TXT. CPP, and then we'll make a header. There we go. So then we have those files, so I will remake the project. Okay. Yep, so let's make it then. So I'll do pragma my once, include raise power up. Okay. Whoops. So, yeah, we don't really need tick. We don't need setup. We only really need on activated. So let's override that then. So let's do on power up activated. Override. Looks good, right?
Shouldn't it be the implementation?
Yes, exactly. Implementation. Very good. Because when we're overriding C++, it's the implementation one we want to override. Okay. So
I think you spelled wrong in the include of in the CPP. You
poop shell.
raise poop shell.
Poopa.
Gotta be poopa.
Gotta be poopa. And then we're gonna spawn a shell actor. So let's make that. I'll just make a new one. So I'll make source down. I'll make a new folder, call it level. No. Whatever, I'll just place it in power up, whatever. I don't why am I trying to be neat and tidy? Let's just put it in here. Let's call it race poopa shell. So that's gonna be the actual shell actor that we're gonna shoot out. There we go. So let's start it out casual. Whoops. So I'll write this. Just gonna be an actor, nothing special, nothing interesting. And then we'll make it like we'll make it like we'll make a U property. Visible anywhere. And I'll make just the scene component to be the root. And I'll add a sphere component for the collision. Sphere component should be fine. Collision. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna wanna sweep this. I'm actually gonna make the collision the root. Because I'm looking to sweeping this later on. So make the constructor. There we go. Then I'll just make this collision. So that's going to be create default sub object. I'll call it collision, sure. Set that as the root component. Alright. That's our pooper shell. Done. Easy.
Forward the declaration.
Forward the declaration. Where? And what?
Use sphere component. No.
Right. Let's do that. There we go. Should work now, right?
Now you need to include the components as well in the CPP file.
Oh, that's a good hypothesis. Let's check it out. Yeah, so we here got an error. This error is kind of... This error is kind of misleading. Saying it can't convert from a uSphere component to a uScene component. It's a little bit misleading. The real problem here is that we haven't included uSphere component, right? Just like Tove said. So we just gotta make sure to do that. Components. sphere component. And now it succeeded. Amazing. So let's hop into the editor and actually make this Poopa Shell actor before we move further with the power up.
Wait, could you show the power up CPP again of the Poopa Shell?
Oh, whoops. I mean, it's not very. It's quite Spartan.
Yeah, it was just that I forgot to save when we reloaded.
Ah. That's a Mamma Mia moment. So I am going to override this in Blueprint. So we'll do Poopa Shell. This one. Call it BP Poopa Shell. Okay, looks good. We have the sphere. So let's add some... Let's add some meshes then. So I'll add a cylinder. I wonder how big this is. You know, I'm gonna place it in the world just to get a sense of scale here. Okay, it's quite big. Okay, so let's get it done. Let's build a poop tower here, shall we? I'll start by turning off collision, so there's no collision on the. There's no collision on the cylinder. I'll make it brown. Can I make it brown? This it's kind of like brown. I'll take it. Just took some camera lit double-sided. That shit's lit as fuck. Then let's just build a poop tower here. So I'll do. Whoops. Am I an artist or what? Whoops. There we go, it's a poop. It's a poopy. Okay, cool. So now we have a poopy that we can shoot. So let's actually spawn it then. So then in the raise Poopa Shell power up, we of course need to reference this new class that we made, this Poopa Shell class in BP, because that's the one that has all of the meshes and everything, all the visuals. So we need to reference that. So I'll make a U property, category Poopa. I'll make it edit defaults only. I'll make the T subclass of a raise Poopa shell class. Poopa class. Thanks, Daniel. So now we have made this U property, but we have a problem, right? Since this power up is in C++, how will we set this? How will we set this subclass? We have a problem. So what do we do? How do we resolve this problem? Any ideas? Well, what I will do whenever I have to set the U properties and things that reference to BP, I think, can I make a BP version of this? Can I override this class, this U raise Poopa Shell power up? Can I override that in Blueprint? And yes, I can. So first of all, restart, so we get the Poopa class. Won't we need to forward declare? Yes, you're right, we do.
Don't you have to put the category Poopa thing in quotation marks because it's a word?
I don't think so. See, isn't Unreal nice? Isn't Unreal great? Don't even have to put quotation marks in my strings.
Just teach us AngelScript.
One day, young one. One day.
You have 2 weeks.
3 weeks. I can fit in that time. Right, so we want to override then the actual Poopa power up. I'm actually gonna remove these two, the Poo power up and the test power up, because they were used for testing, and they're kind of cluttering up the space now. So I'm just gonna delete those. And then I will override from Poopa shell power up. Poopa shell power up. So now we have a BP version of the Poopa shell power up. Now the point of this BP version is not to add any functionality. We still want to keep that in C++. For some reason. Let's just say we want to keep. I mean, in reality, we could have made this whole power up in blueprints, but let's just say we want to do it in C++ because it's doing some weird stuff. I don't know. Oh god. Oh. So now we in the Poopa class. Now we can see that in the class defaults here. So now we can actually set the Poopa classes to some sort of BP class. So again, this is an inherited version of our Poopa shell power up. Use the power up this time, not the Poopa shell itself. And in there I declared a U property with edit defaults only. That is T subclass Poopa shell. Just a shell. So that then in the BP version, I could actually set that subclass. So now we have this power up in blueprints. So let's add it then to the list. So I'll head into power up pickup and add this power up to the list. We have raise boost power up, and I'll also add. So here we have to be careful, right? Because now we have two Poopa shell power ups. We have one in the C++ version and one in the BP version. And actually, I can make this a little bit simpler by marking this base class of the Poopa shell power up, the one that's overridden in blueprints, by marking that as abstract. So marking it as abstract means this is meant to be overridden by something, whether it's blueprint or C++ or something, it doesn't matter. It's not meant to be spawned by itself, like you're meant to spawn a derivative of this class. So if we go in now, to the power up pickup and check in classes here, it doesn't show up anymore. So now we only see the BP version, not the base class of the Poopa shell power up. Because it is marked as abstract, so it doesn't show up in those lists. So this is very common. Ow! I got static shocked from the microphone. So, this is very common to make sort of U objects or anything like that. Define a bunch of properties on it and then make a BP version. Just to set those properties. So the BP version doesn't actually add any functionality, it doesn't add any components or anything like that. All it does is just to set the default properties. So this is very common design pattern. And really, I think even for the boost, we will kind of do the same thing. Because as soon as we want to add stuff like FX, so when you boost, we play like an explosion behind you or something, then we're gonna have to make a BP version just to reference the FX and stuff like that. As soon as you have to reference assets, essentially you have to make a BP version. So we're probably gonna have to make a BP version of raise boost power up as soon at some point as well. And then we'll do the same thing, mark the base class as abstract so it doesn't show up here. Okay, so now there we go. Now I can pick up the BP Pupa Shell power up. So right now it doesn't do much. Whoops, that was a boost, my bad. Right now it doesn't do much, right? Because we haven't added any code yet to actually spawn the Pupa Shell.
Can I ask, when I open my power pickup blueprint, I don't get the array to add them there, but if I open it up like in like the instance of it, I can only change the array in the instance.
Oh, then you probably have on your power up pickup. You probably have this as edit instance only instead of edit defaults only.
Yes.
I could see into the future.
Can we please just go quickly just recap what we just did, because I got kind of lost.
Yes. Let's paint. Because I just added a bunch of classes, so let's just paint. Just to give ourselves a picture of what we just did. We have power up. Power up. And from that we inherited to make Pupa Shell. Power up. So we made that, and that's in C++. And the Pupa Shell power up is supposed to spawn a Pupa Shell. Which is an actor. So that's an actor. Right? The problem was that we made a BP version of Pupa Shell to add stuff like meshes and blah blah blah. So we made a BP version. So here we have BP Pupa Shell. Because we needed to, I mean, it's an actor, so it probably needs to be blueprint to add stuff like meshes and blah blah blah. All of that good stuff. So then we have a problem, because Pupa Shell power up needs to spawn the BP version. Right? Because that's the one that has all of the meshes. It's the one that have all the good stuff that we need. So suddenly we have a problem. Because we can't reference blueprint classes directly from C++. So I'll draw like a layer here. So up here is C++. And here is blueprint. So we can't go in the direction. We can't, Pupa Shell power up cannot reference BP Pupa Shell directly. So what we needed to do was to make a BP version of the power-up. Again, remember, the power-up is the thing that the player picks up. So we made a BP Pupa Shell power-up. So now that we have a BP version, that can directly reference Pupa Shell. The BP version. So that's kind of the... I mean, I guess you can call it the problem, right? That's kind of the problem with blueprints, is that soon as one class goes into blueprint, right here, Pupa Shell had to go into blueprint to add stuff like meshes and stuff, then kind of everything else that references Pupa Shell kind of also have to go into blueprint. That's generally what happens. So if you have a big system and then one part of that system goes into blueprint, suddenly a lot of other stuff has to follow it into blueprint as well, just to be able to reference each other. And that's kind of what happened here. Whereas, you know, our boost power-up, is not referencing anything in blueprints. All it's doing is just adding a force to the player. It's not referencing any assets otherwise. It's just adding force to the player. So it doesn't need a blueprint version. But as soon as we wanted to add something like an effect or something, then most likely it's gonna have to come down to blueprints just to be able to reference some FX or some audio or something. So then we'll have to make a BP version of that as well. And again, this is different from just making a BP version from the start. So we could skip the C++ layer completely. Oops. And just go directly into Blueprint and make the power up from scratch there. So you skip the C++ version, you just go directly to Blueprint. But then of course you have to code everything in Blueprint. So the benefit of doing a CPP and a Blueprint version is that you can put a lot of functionality in the C++, where it like sort of is easy to refactor and easy to work with, and then just handle the asset references in Blueprint. So you can kind of sort of split up. What BP does good is asset references and so on, and what C++ does good is implementation and stuff like that. So you can sort of split that up. While if you make a pure Blueprint version, you have to make everything in Blueprint.
And would, like, say if you do some kind of hardcore math calculations, would it, I mean, would it be slower?
Yeah, it would.
Maybe
be
not a noticeable thing, but still.
Yeah, yeah, everything you do in Blueprint will be slower. So, I mean, if this was like a super important power up, then yeah, I would put it in like that does like fucking a bunch of calculations. Then definitely I would put that in C++.
And using math stuff in Blueprints looks like shit, straight up.
Yeah, it's really hard to do complicated math.
It doesn't. You just can't make it look good.
Yeah, it's a exercise in frustration to do math in Blueprints.
hate it.
Yeah. But so yeah, so that's kind of what's confusing here, that we have a Pupa Shell power-up and just a Pupa Shell. That they're two different things. So I understand that it's a little bit confusing, but hopefully this graphic kind of helped out a little bit. That we have the power-up spawning the Pupa Shell. And since Pupa Shell migrated out into Blueprint, so did the power-up. The power-up also had to go into Blueprint.
I think it makes sense.
Yep. Cool. Coolio. Let's take 5 minutes. And then we'll continue. So I'll see you guys back in 5 minutes.
Can we ask questions during the break?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, the only reason we made the Pupa Shell into its separate thing was because we had to like spawn something in the scene, basically.
Yeah.
All of the other things don't spawn anything or have any actor components or anything, just values. But since the Pupa Shell had like a spawn, that's why we had to make into Pupa Shell and then the power-up Pupa Shell thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So the reason we have to make the Pupa Shell, as you said, is because we want to spawn something in the world that moves around on its own. So that's why we had to make it.
Can I look at the Pupa Shell scripts themselves, the HNCPP?
Which one? The power-up or the...
The shell itself.
Where is it? There it is.
God, I'm having all kinds of hard to spot errors. Just probably just because of like a single letter.
Let's check it out on the break. What you got?
I am so unbelievably tired right now. I can't spot the dumbest issues.
Yeah, it's fucking same, dude.
It's probably some sort of header that's in the wrong place.
Yeah, you in the constructor in CPP, it's a raised discus : raised discus, but it's supposed to be a raised discus.
Oh, why can't anything be an actual hard issue so I can blame it on something else?
These are the best one. This is... Oh god. Yeah, it's not like the one where it's like, oh, the comment had a... Oh, it's not void in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. Right, thank you. That was a dumb problem.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, fucking hell, you've been just taking information for like 3 hours now. Okay, cool.
Seems to be nice. I think nothing will get worse than the commented code.
Yeah, I think that's peak. That's some peak degeneracy from Unreal's part. Who's that behind Tove? Who's that?
That's Tobias Rudin, I think.
Looking handsome. What a handsome young boy. Oh yeah, Thomas yelling at him. He's like, get the fuck out of here, you fucker. Get the fuck out.
There you go. That's Tobias Rudin.
Hello, Tobias. Is that someone I know?
He's in our class. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. I haven't remembered your name yet. I just know I can say like David and Thomas and it's probably right. It's like... Hello.
Did you get a good look of him?
Yeah.
Did you witness Tobias properly?
Yeah, he looked very handsome.
Same.
Ha.
What did you do this weekend?
I was just coding actually. Yep. Yeah. People were like, a lot of people were asking me about a game I made during Future Games, and I just went back to look at it and looked at the code a little bit, and I was like, fuck, I want to make an engine again. It's been too long since I made an engine, so I started making an engine during the weekend. It's been fun. So that was my weekend.
Sam just walks away. When you said
It's
that.
like, I'm done here.
Yeah, it was like John with the headset also and just shadow walk away. Oh fuck this shit, I'm out.
I actually managed to solve. I managed to figure out like the penetration for AABBs. So not your year, but next year they will get much better collision checking for their SDL cores. So that's good. You guys lost out.
Wow.
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 All right, let's. Let's continue. Yeah, okay. So we want to spawn this poopa shell then. Alrighty then. So what I will do.
I don't think you're
You can
sharing your
start by
screen.
sharing your screen.
Whoops. There we go. I know what I must do. So we will spawn it. So on the poopa shell power up, we need to spawn the poopa shell. Oh god, I died. Okay, so we're gonna spawn the actor here. So let's spawn actor. We don't really care about the return type actually. Oh no, we did get world first. Get world. Spawn actor. So let's see. Yeah, let's do this one then. This variant. So we have class, and then we have transform. Seems pretty good to me. So we'll provide a class, and that's just gonna be the poopa class here, the T subclass off we had. So we'll do that poopa class. And then for the transform, we kind of just want to get the whatever the actor transform of the car is. Like we'll just spawn it in the car and just see how that goes. So I'll just do. I need to be a pointer, really? Oh, that's annoying. Well, it needs to be a pointer, so let's just f transform spawn transform is equal to get owner get actor transform. There we go, and then we'll just spawn it there. I have no idea why it needs to be a pointer. I have no idea. So we're spawning the actor of poopa class at the spawn transform, and that's gonna be the owner's actor transform. How fucking cool. Oh god. Right. So we have some problems here. Yeah. So use of undefined type A raise poopa shell. The location is a little bit unfortunate. Like where the error actually is. So I'm just gonna include it in the CPP file. And hopefully that should be enough. Yep, that was enough. So you just have to include raise Pupa Shell here, where we're using the T subclass of. Wish the error message was a little bit better, but we're in C++. C++. What do you expect? Right, so now we should spawn one of these bad boys. Okay, so I have a Pupa Shell power up. Gonna hit space. And look at that. Would you look at that? Nyom. Nyom.
Can we look a little bit what we did with the blueprints or like earlier?
Blueprints? So for the Pupa Shell, I just added some cylinders. That was literally it. I just made a poop. You can make it a cube if you want. It doesn't matter. Just make sure to remove collision from them.
Yeah. And they will make a power, like a blueprint for the power up itself.
Yeah. So in the BP Pupa Shell power up, I just set this Pupa class to be the BP version. Why is Christer here? Christer, get out of here. You're not a student. Go drink Pepsi or something. I don't know. What do you do for fun, Christer? I don't even know. I just imagine you going home, sitting on your couch, just drinking Pepsi. I think it's only in the chat. Oh, okay. Can you do that? Yeah, so that's the only thing we did in the BP version of the power-up. We just set this reference to the class. That was it. And then remember, on the actual pickup, so in the power-up pickup actor, this one, in class defaults, in the power-up classes, remember to add the BP version of the shell power-up, Pupa Shell power-up. And this is, of course, so that the Pupa Shell class reference is set properly. If you select the C++ version, then that reference won't be set, because we override that in Blueprint.
What does the BP Pupa Shell inherit from?
Pupa Shell. Raise Pupa Shell. $15 more minutes, guys.
I got a little confused from the naming of the blueprints.
Yeah.
So I started like renaming them a little bit, and now I'm completely lost with everything.
Should have stuck to the plan. What did you rename them to?
I don't know. What I thought was like reasonable.
Well, what is reasonable?
So now I have a BP boost power up, and I have a BP boost power up pickup. And the pickup is the thing with the glowing cube.
What, boost power up pickup?
Yeah.
Why is it boost?
Because it's the boost one.
Oh,
and
you made like one pickup for every type of power up?
I don't know. I'm not sure what I renamed and what I didn't. So maybe I renamed that one. I like rename them so they should be like the same.
The same.
Follow the same like pattern. So I have BP boost power up, and I have BP Pupa Shell power up, and I have BP boost power up pickup, and I have BP Pupa Shell power up pickup.
So you do have different pickups for each power up?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But it doesn't work, and I don't know why.
Well, let's finish this, and then we can look at it, okay?
Thanks.
So let's just make it move, and then we'll call it a day. So I'll just make this move and bounce Very easy. So I'm just gonna set it to be yeah, so in raise pupa shell, I'm gonna add a vector. That's gonna be our velocity. However, velocity is already kind of taken by actor, unfortunately. So we can't actually name it velocity, at least not nicely. It's gonna cause a lot of problems. So I am gonna call it shell velocity. And that's only to avoid naming collisions. I hate this, but yeah, it is what it is. Can I say BP Pupa shell power up? Yeah, sure. So I'm just gonna add shell velocity here. And on begin play, so I'll make begin play here. Oh, whoops. I'll use set shell velocity to be actor forward vector. Times 1,500 maybe. I don't know what a good speed is, but let's say 1,500. I don't know. We could make this a U property, so we can set it from blueprint if we were good. But I'm not good, so I'm not gonna do that. Designers will have to live with it. If designers want to change the speed, then come talk to Papa. So that's our begin play, and then in tick. Whoops. 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 There we go. I do consider myself chaotic neutral. So in tick, we just want to move forward. So I'm just gonna do add actor world offset. With shell velocity times delta time. Of course, well, let's actually not do that. So now the shell should just be moving forward. Do you have a tat on your like right arm there? A little tiny leaf, Tove? What is that?
Oh, I can't say what it is.
Oh, it's
yeah, no, it's you're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, it's a beaver. Okay, I see.
Oh.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay, so if I shoot, oh well, that's annoying. Let's just remove everything else except for that one. I'm just gonna remove this boost power up for a sec, just so we can test the Pupa Shell power up. Okay, so let's shoot. Bang! And it doesn't work. Kids, debug. Why doesn't it work?
You have to activate the tick.
How do I do that?
Be actor ever tick thingy.
Be actor every tick. Is that it?
Something like that.
Is
Not that.
equal be actor ever tick dot something is equal to true.
Primary tick component first or something like that.
Yeah, be actor every tick. Yeah, I don't think they will compile. No. It's primary. You were close. It's primary actor tick. B can ever tick.
Okay. Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. Okay. And that's it, right?
I still never got what the super begin play, what that was all about.
Yeah, like you need that one.
Yes.
Also.
We need super begin play, which is dumb. It's dumb and stinky and bad, and I hate it. But yeah, we have to do this.
Yeah, Unreal is really dumb and stinky.
Yeah, it is really dumb and stinky. But yeah, so the problem is that in begin play, here we can see register all actor tick functions. So that's where that actually happens. It also does the same for components. So a lot of super important shit happens in begin play for some reason. So very lame, very bad, but whatever. It is what it is. You have to remember to call it begin play. Super.
What was the deal with like super tech?
Yeah, they don't need that. That's not needed.
Yeah, but I remember we did that once, I think, or am I just imagining things?
Yeah, we did it once, but it wasn't necessary. Super tick doesn't actually do anything. Luckily. Oh, we actually saw it go! You see that? Look. Pew!
Although I remember you saying that Super Tick had something nice for just that moment. Or something.
Pew! No, it was just me being paranoid, but then we actually went and looked at Super Tick and it actually didn't do anything. So, it was just me being a paranoid fucker. Paranoid old man. Alright, so now we can shoot the, now we can shoot shells. So that's great. Pew! Pew!
Sweet.
If comments can do things, then Super Tick has to. Yeah, exactly. So let's make it bounce and then we'll call it a day. So let's make it so like an actual Koopa shell, so if I shoot at a wall or something, then it should bounce against the wall. So let's just do that real quick. So I am going to sweep. So we'll set sweep to true. And this is why I made the sphere component the root component. Because when you sweep an actor, then it's the root component that handles the collision. So that's why I set the sphere component as the root. Remember that. Don't you forget it. Then we want to do the out sweep hit results. We're going to get that shit. So we're going to hit result hit. So then we'll check if hit be blocking hit, then we'll just reflect the velocity. Let's reflect the velocity by the normal. So we'll just do F vector reflect, please. Shit. Velocity reflect. Oh, shell velocity. Reflect? What is it called then? Mirror? Oh, there we go. Mirror by plane. So we just mirror it. Hello? I've never used this function. I have to go look at it. Okay, it is a member function. And it's this minus plane 2 times this. Okay, yeah. So. Wait. What is a plane?
There is a mirror by vector as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if mirror by vector is the one we want actually.
A plane is the thing that flies in the sky.
It flies in the sky like a butterfly. So we'll do mirror by vector. What does that do? Yes, okay, I recognize this. Okay, so mirror by vector is the one we want. Okay, I don't know what mirror by plane does. So we'll do shell velocity is equal to shell velocity dot mirror by plane. Oh, sorry, mirror by, what was it? by vector, and then the vector is gonna hit normal. And that's gonna be it. Let's try it. Can't believe they don't have a reflect function. Mirror by vector, stupid shit I've ever heard in my life. Okay, let's try it. Bang! Crappa. Okay, let's try it again. Bang! Okay, let's try it again. Maybe it was just a fluke. Bang! Okay, so it doesn't work. Any ideas?
Something about the collision on the pupa shell.
Yes, you're right. Thou art right. Arthritis. So we'll do... block all dynamic. So put the block all on the pupa shell there. So I went to the collision. Just the sphere, not the meshes. And you set block all dynamic on them.
Won't it get sad when you spawn it inside the car?
Probably. Let's try it. I'm trying not to think about it. Let's try it. Boom. Well, it seems like we're flying now, so let's try it again. Boom. I can't get down. Yeah, so we have some problem. Oh, I could pick that up. Let's try it. Boom. Oh!
Nice.
Yeah, so there's some problems.
Pinball looking weird.
I'm just gonna...
What happens if you do the whole mirror plane instead?
Well, that's not really the problem. The problem is that, first of all, when I'm shooting it, then yeah, he had an accident. There, I'll put it. Perfect.
Can we check everything but the race car if we do custom?
Yeah, we can do that. The other problem, though,
an idea.
Can't we just have a spawn point?
We can do that too. The problem is that you see this sphere, it's overlapping the ground.
Dope. Could it not?
So the problem is it's not moving because it's continuously just touching the ground all the time.
But what about you making the sphere smaller?
We can make the sphere smaller.
Doesn't. Yeah.
That might be actually a pretty easy fix. Let's do that. Boom. Alright. So it kind of works. Boom. Alright, so it does
The
bounce.
problem is flying.
Yeah, another problem is that, of course, because what's happening is we're spawning the pupa in the car. And the car will depenetrate to on top of the pupa.
Can't we hard code it? Just say to add the direction of the player actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Some units.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's just do that.
Units.
Quick and easy fix. So
Well, there's an even quicker fix because we made the race car as an object and we can skip the collision on the race car.
Yeah, let's just do that. You know what?
True,
That's a good idea. Let's just do that.
Good idea.
True.
But wouldn't that be bad if we have multiple cars being like, yeah, we can hit each other?
Yeah, so that's the problem, right? That you're supposed to shoot the pupa shell at other players, but just for now, just so we can end this godforsaken day, I'm just gonna remove that.
Yeah, it's just Monday.
It's Monday today.
True.
Mm.
There's a certain yellow cat who doesn't like it, and I can really relate. So let's see. If I pick this up and I shoot, bang! It went off my ass.
Dope.
Bang! What the fuck?
And it's flying upwards as well. Yep.
I have no fucking clue.
It's probably detecting as in it doesn't collide with it, just detects the collision.
Yeah, isn't it flying in the wrong direction now?
Or it's actually still colliding with the floor.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
Yeah.
it's actually
Yeah.
colliding with the floor. Let's just make
Yeah,
it smaller.
probably.
Let's just make it smaller. There we go. Yay, it works. Although the hitbox is super wonky now, but it works, you know, it's technically good.
Can you have a cylinder collider or something?
No.
No, it gotta be a box collider, I guess.
Yes. Or a capsule.
Yeah.
Bang. Bang. But hey, I'll call that 90% works. I'll take 90%.
Mm.
All right. We're fucking done.
Yes.
Can we look at the pooper shell script again?
Yes. Which one? The this?
PPP.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Pooper shell, pooper shell, pooper shell, pooper shell. There you go. Pooper shell, pooper shell, pooper shell. Yeah, every day this weekend I went up at 2 or 3 p.m. So yesterday was a little bit tricky to fall asleep. So I'm a little bit sleepy weepy today, I'll say that.
Yeah, I took
Just
some.
follow the tip of not going to bed at all. Haha.
Oh yeah, that's actually maybe preferable.
Yeah, I took some jet lag melatonin thing and I fell asleep.
Let's
Just
go. Yeah, I have sleeping pills as well, but I don't dare to take them because they're very addictive. So I try not to use them unless it's fucking catastrophe.
I'm so bad at sleeping. I started to take the melatonin almost every day.
I've been thinking about taking melatonin actually. I should maybe try that.
You should try it. It does work pretty well, and it's not like hardcore medicine. So.
Yeah, it's not like a fucking hardcore fucking heroin.
They don't work for me actually. They do nothing.
Yeah, I've heard that they're like kind of, it varies how effective they are.
Oh.
Just don't stay up playing Elden Ring all night, and that will fix the problem.
Yeah, but I want to play video games. It's Daniel.
Yeah. What do you mean not play Elden Ring?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Like, how?
Yeah, I can't pause it. All right.
Can we peep at the race discus one last time? The blueprint.
Oh, yeah. The
what
shell?
Collision? Yeah, what collision do we set it on?
Well, I marked it first as block all dynamic, but then I actually made it custom, just to go in and uncheck, like, ignore race car.
Wait, what did you do?
So
you went.
First, I selected block all dynamic as the collision preset.
Yeah, so then custom.
Yeah,
then
and then I just made it custom, and then disabled race car.
Yeah. For some reason my shell flies backwards.
Yeah, I think you have to decrease you have to decrease the collision radius quite a lot. I made like 8 units. We can make a proper fix on Wednesday, okay? On Wednesday we'll do a proper fix.
And Anders did a proper big brain move.
Yeah,
right there.
Anders, yeah, you did it. Oh god, you did it the actual.
I
good
cannot
way.
translate whatever he just said, but yeah, good job, Anders.
Did it not compute? Cool. What? Wednesday we have no lecture. What?
Oh yeah, right.
Wait, did we move it?
Yeah, we have Thursday, Friday. Because we have a web design portfolio thingy tomorrow and
Really?
Wednesday. Yeah.
Holy shit. Alright.
So, this is gonna be fun.
Web design portfolio puke face.
No, don't be so negative.
I hate.
Yeah, same.
All right.
I think web design can be kind of fun, but it's a little bit tedious anyway.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's specifically for portfolio.
Want me to show my portfolio? It's fucking sick. Here, you wanna see my portfolio?
Yes.
Sure.
I haven't touched it in 5 years.
Yeah, right. It's that thing. It's cool.
Hooray!
But
Hey,
you can
look.
press stuff and be, oh my god, you need to update that picture.
This picture is
Oh my
so
God.
Someone
old.
else's.
You look
Yeah.
so
That's not
small.
you.
Who
Yeah.
is that?
It looks so small. Yeah, what the fuck
So
happened?
small.
I'm currently studying at Future Games. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
accurate, I think.
Student, lecturer, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
You're like your Hellgun game at school.
Thanks. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Let's take some. I'm gonna stay for a little bit just to help people. Someone hired you, Ruta. What do you mean by that? Implying.
Nice one. But Emilio, you can add that Pupa shell to your portfolio.
Yeah, look at this. I'm an artist as well, by the way.
Yeah.
And I can add the glowing cube as well. It's like I can do shaders in Unreal. I can make them glow.
Look, I am definitely a programmer because it looks shit.
But
Looks like,
Yeah,
hey,
put
looks
that
like
on your
shit. Oh, thank you.
ArtStation profile.
Thank you. I'm glad you think it looks like shit because that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. The one time that's a compliment.
Yeah. All right. So let's end it for today. But I'll stick around to help people to get up to speed and stuff. So the lesson is officially over.